friends, it's Deborah. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have another cook keto with me for you. If you guys don't already know, I am a Latina. I love to eat a lot of Mexican and Spanish food. And lately I have been craving empanadas. Now, empanadas you can eat sweet or savory. I have been craving the savory ones. So I went over onto Pinterest and I saw a few recipes. I'm basically using my own. You're gonna need to make the fathead dough for the actual empanadas, and then I'm gonna go ahead, these are real simple, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make them out of beef and cheese. I just want like a beef and a cheddar cheese, real cheesy filling. So I'm gonna make that like I would my taco meat, and then at the end just obviously put in some cheddar cheese before I pop them in the oven. So this is what you're gonna need for the filling part. I have, let's see, how much is this? This is just about a pound of grass-fed, grass-finished Angus ground beef. It's 90-10. That's the only option I had was 90-10, but I'll put a little bit of avocado oil in here while I cook it. You know, just to get some more healthy fats. I use garlic powder, I use onion powder, some smoked paprika, ground cumin, some fresh ground pepper, and then of course I always use real salt. That's in my salt cellar. This is the kosher salt. I use the kosher salt for cooking, and I use the fine sea salt at the table. And I have some onion and then 2 serranos, because if you've been following me, you guys know that your girl loves everything with a kick. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and start cutting these up really small, the onion and the peppers, because I want them real small. I want them in there for the flavor because they're going in the empanadas. I don't want like big chunks of it in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and brown up this meat and get this thing rolling. So if you want to see how my empanadas come out, keep on watching to the end and I'll show you. Friends, so first things first, make sure you wash your produce. I don't need to tell you guys are all adults. Wash it, don't wash it, whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my serranos. Friends, so I'm going to go ahead and get my pan into medium high, get that nice and hot before I add in my avocado oil and my meat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add in some avocado oil. You guys know I always use the Chosen Foods avocado oil. It's in my Amazon store as well. That is linked down below. Yes, that might look like a lot, but trust me, it's not. And then I always let my beef sit out to room temperature. So it's been out for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. So I'm going to pull out my trusty little meat separator. So I'm going to go ahead and brown this up a little bit before I add in my spices. Okay, so it's browning out really nicely. So this is when I start to add in my spices. So it's all tasting delicious as it cooks completely. So let me grab my spices again. All right, so I don't measure anything. I've never measured anything. I just go by how it feels. That's how my family cooks. If I had to guess, I would say 1.5 teaspoons of salt, I got some onion powder here. Some garlic powder, I would say about 1.5 teaspoons of each. Probably a tablespoon of garlic. Ground cumin. I love ground cumin. A lot of it. It gives it so much flavor. I love smoked paprika. You can always get those adobo packets. I use them sometimes. I try to stay away from them because they're not like the greatest ingredients. Some of them do put MSG. Let me go ahead and just stir that up a little bit. Let me just go ahead and add in my pepper, and then we can add in our onion and so see, now that it's finishing cooking off, I'm going to go ahead and add in my onion and my 2 serranos. And just stir that all up together. So while this is cooking, you guys, I am over here. I am making some taqueria salsa. See that? Comment down below with the word salsa and let me know if you want to see a video with 3 different kinds of salsas. This one will be in it if you want it. So I know a lot of people put in their onion, like their vegetables in before the beef. I don't like to do that. This is just the way that I do it. It's my preference. There is no wrong or right. You do it the way you like it. So look at that. It looks delicious. My husband would appreciate just this in a taco. So I'm not going to make his empanadas. I'll let him decide when he comes home if he wants tacos or empanadas. Either way, they're both easy to whip up for him. I have Susalia's tortillas, but I'm saving those for this weekend for some carne asada on the grill for Memorial Day weekend. So, and I don't want any empanadas, so I want to see how they come out. So this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and just let it rest while I work on the fathead dough. I use Keto Connect's fathead dough recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. You can go ahead and make that on your own. Once you have your fathead dough, I brought my meat over here. Once you have your fathead dough, what I did was I cut the dough into 3s. I'm going to make 3 good size empanadas. You can double your recipe to make more. You can make smaller empanadas. I just want 3 good size empanadas. So I went ahead and put the 3 on parchment paper. You can roll it out by placing another piece of parchment paper on it. I just did it by hand because that's how I'm used to making my empanadas. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my meat filling and I'm going to fill them up. And it doesn't matter if it cooled down or not because they're going in the oven. My oven is preheating at 400 degrees. It's going to go in for about 12 to 14 minutes depending on your oven till they're golden brown. So you want to give yourself enough room to bring the dough over, right? Like an empanada. And I still need to put some cheese. I wanted it nice and cheesy. Let me grab the cheese here. I wanted cheddar cheese, so that's what I'm using. Just some pre-shredded Kraft top. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold these over. Just like an empanada. And if it stretches out, that's okay, because all you got to do is pinch it back together. So I'm starting to pinch it, right? Starting to pinch it. Pinching my dough here. Pinch it, just pinch it back together. Same thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that nice and over. Pinching it, pinching it, pinching it, just like a regular empanada. Pinching that dough, pinching that dough. Right, same thing over here. Grab it. Working with parchment paper is so nice because it doesn't stick. So just go ahead and start pinching it together, stuffing it in there, pinching it, pinching it. Pinch that dough together. I'm going to take my fork and just make my little I just want to show you what it looks like. See that I just pinched it together? See here, I just need to pinch that together. Now I'm going to go ahead and melt a little bit of butter and put some right on top. So I went ahead and melted some butter in here. And to that, I'm just going to add just a little bit of garlic, because you guys know I love garlic. And then now I'm going to go ahead and just coat the top like that. Oh, it smells so good with the garlic. That's what it looks like. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick them in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. Friends, so this is how it came out. Not too bad. I can't wait to taste it. Just made some homemade guacamole. I have some sour cream. My taqueria salsa. Remember, comment down below with salsa if you want to see a video on 3 different kinds of salsas. Doesn't look too bad, guys. I can't wait to dig in.